Thank you, Madam. Any apologies? HS? Honorary?
Madam Chairman, fellow ESCO members, and noble colleagues, we have just one apology from ESV OJA Idudu. Thank you.
Thank you, my Honorary Secretary. Third on the agenda is self-introduction. Please, self-introduction, please. Let's know ourselves.
Thank you.
Please, I want us to move to the front, the second and the third rows. Please, those at the back should move front a bit. Please move for this.
My name is Honorary Janice Eke, fellow of the institution. Thank you.
ESV Babafemi Fasanya.
ESV Ayinla Nureen Olanrewa.
Oluwafunke Bello.
My name is Leko Akinwumi.
My name is Negbete Ruth.
ESV Ewenla Mustafa, associate member.
ESV Shodipo Tolulope.
ESV Soyinka Oladimeji.
ESV Bioshogun Adeyemi Fatai.
ESV Bo Onwuka.
ESV Bibiano Binabo.
I'm Akinroko Abraham. Thank you.
Ogunke Odumayo.
Oye Shomo Oyewole.
ESV Oluwadamisi Adeyemi.
ESV Laposi Akon.
Ayodeji Oyede.
ESV Shodipo Olade. Abdullahi Adiremi.
Dele Ogunsemowo.
Adepetu Imono.
Egbeleke Joseph.
Shoniranluwa Seun.
Ajibade Adeoye.
God's will Nwachukwu.
ESV Emmanuel Mark from Rivers Branch and a council member.
SS of Yambalo Allow Emmanuel, fellow and Abuja branch member.
My noble chairman, very distinguished noble colleagues. My name is Ofiong, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ofiong Samuel Ukbong.
Estate Surveyor Samuel Friday.
ESV Omotunde Taiwo.
ESV Tosin Bamibola.
My chairman, fellow ESCO members, noble colleagues, my name is Estes Obembalo Ayodeji Odele. I'm an unofficial member of this branch.
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. My name is Adejumoke Akure. I'm an unofficial member of this ESCO. Thank you.
Estate of Yambalo Atos and Kadiri, unofficial member of Lagos State branch.
My chairman, noble colleagues, my name is Estes Obembalo Ayodele Olamoju, the honorary public secretary. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again. I'm Esther Sovia Mvalua Kendio Shimosmola, the Honorary Secretary of the branch. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Noble colleague. My name is ESV Azua Moses, the Honorary Treasurer.
Good afternoon, my noble colleagues. My name is Esther Sovia Mvalua, Adama Scholastica Obeva.
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. I'm ESV Olayinka Wasi, unofficial member of this ESCO. Thank you.
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. My name is Dr. Bamigola, a past chairman.
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. I'm Esther Sovia Mvalua, chairman of the branch. You're all welcome to today's annual general meeting, as I said earlier. Before I proceed, I would like to apologize on behalf of the ESCO, the disturbance at the car park. It wasn't, we were not notified that there's going to be any program. We made payments of this place over 2 months ago and we're not notified of any program, any Indomie program. So, I apologize on behalf of ESCO for that. You're all welcome once again. Reading number 4 is reading amendments and adoption of meeting of the AGM held on Wednesday, 26th May 2021. HS, please.
Good afternoon once again, noble colleagues. This is the minute of the annual general meeting held on the 26th of May 2021 at the branch secretariat and also on Zoom. Under particulars 1.0, we have the opening prayer. 2.0, we have the attendance as well as apologies from members that were not at the AGM. Then 3.0, we have the chairman's adoption of the agenda. of the election results. Of Mr. Wale Adebayo, a member raised a concern concerning the staff in question. Then 16.2, we have the branding of the Nievs building. 16.3, the branch WhatsApp group. A member raised an issue of, he suggested that the WhatsApp group should be open for members to also say their concerns. And then 17.0, we have the adjournment. 18.0, the meeting came to a close at exactly 6:30 p.m. and the closing prayer was said by Estate Surveyor and Valua Monsieur Balogun. Thank you, noble colleagues.
Thank you, Honorary Secretary, for that report. Can someone move the motion for adoption of these minutes to be deliberated upon? Let me also, I know there's some people online that are watching us virtually. We'll recognize you once the HS sends your, notifies us. Please, who is moving the motion for adoption of this minutes?
Yeah, good afternoon, noble colleagues. All protocol delivery. I, Estate Surveyor and Valua Yoshogun Adeyenifata, hereby move the motion for deliberation of the minutes.
Thank you. Seconder, please.
I, Ibe Oluwatide, move for the second motion already moved. Thank you.
Thank you. So, noble colleagues, any comments on the last AGM report? Any observations, any comments on the last AGM report, please? Any comment, please? Any correction? Do you have, is your name omitted? Were you there and you didn't see your name? In the absence of any, can we go to number 5, item 5 on the agenda, matters arising from the minutes of the last AGM. As you have heard from the Honorary Secretary when she gave the report, were able to put all the activities by the last ESCO into one piece, which she has read out to you. On the most of what is there, as you can see, the research and development, capacity development, strategic partnership, and others is what we, the current ESCO, are also working on, which we are doing. I just want to pass some information that on membership growth and welfare, you have seen that lately we have increased in number. The Lagos ESCO, both at the associate level and at the fellows level, at the fellows cadre, we have increased associates 230, then fellow 17 numbers. So we have increased the number. Then the young passionate estate surveyor and valuers, we have one of the ESCO in the person of estate surveyor and valuer Ayo Deleye, who's now the national coordinator, and we've been able to handle the, I think it deserves a round of applause. And we've been able to inaugurate the branch YESV team. We've been able to have our inaugural meeting, and it was also there. So on the other reports on Honors Night ESV magazine, on ESV magazine, we'll be able to give you a report during the Honorary Secretary's reports. Then the branch bylaws is put into use, which is what we are using at the moment. Then the Honorary Secretary's report is still coming up. The Treasurer's report, updated Treasurer's reports and Honorary Secretary's reports will be delivered in due course, including the internal, external auditors report. We have congratulated the outstanding subcommittee members and others. So, the results, the announcement of election results, I said it then and I'm saying it again, that I appreciate you, our members, for voting us in. Not only myself, you gave me this fantastic ESCO team that has been working closely with me. And we've been working as a team for the past 1 year, which I'm sure most of us must have noticed. So I'm saying thank you to you too. Okay. The nomination of auditors, they've done their work. AOB and any other. I'm sure all the observations, the WhatsApp group and others have been looked into. And we are also looking into the branding of the Nievs building. So, thank you once again and welcome to today's AGM. In our midst now, I recognize the presence of our first, or do I call our president-elect? Some people call him the bull. our own person. So you are welcome, sir. And the person of Estate Surveyor and Valuer, John Bulamayevo, FNIBS. You are welcome to our midst, sir. I also recognize the unofficial member, council member, in the presence of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Emmanuel Mark. You are welcome, sir, all the way from Port Harcourt branch. And I welcome Estate Surveyor and Valuer Emmanuel Alao, a fellow of the institution, and unofficial member of the council. You are all welcome, sir. I also welcome a past chairman in our midst, a board of trustee member in the person of, is my daddy, Estate Surveyor Valua, Otumba Bola Onobadido. You are welcome, sir. So, I welcome all fellows in the house, associates in the house, and those. Maybe it's because I'm too close to him, but don't worry. I recognize a past chairman in our midst, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Samuel Upong. Ofiong Samuel Upong, one of our own. Welcome, sir. And I recognize my chairman. I call him my chairman because he was the chairman when I came in as the treasurer of the branch, 2011, 2013. I recognize you, sir, a past chairman in our midst, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Olushola Fatoki, a fellow of the institution. You are welcome, sir. I learned that there's a board member in our midst, a member of the board, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Lekon Akinwumi. You are welcome. You are all welcome to today's program. So, next on the agenda is the chairman's address. Good afternoon to the president, Nigeria Institution of Estate Surveyor and Valua, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Emmanuel Okas Wike. He told me he will be online. I'm not sure if he's there yet. We are expecting him. I also say good afternoon to the first vice president. He's in our midst, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Jombul Amaevo, a fellow of the institution. The first vice president, Estate Surveyor and Valua, Victor Alonge. The past chairman, the board of trustees in our midst, all fellows in the house, all associates in the house, probationers and students. It is for me yet another moment of honor to welcome you all to the 2021-2022 annual general meeting of our dear branch. This is the first AGM to be led by my ESCO, and we the ESCO members are indeed grateful to all of you for finding us worthy to take on the leadership of the very branch. On May 26, 2021, the branch held its executive committee election and a new ESCO emerged, giving rise to a historic first female chairman of the very branch in my person. Thank you, sir. The election also produced a great team of dedicated estate surveyors and valuers in the branch to lead the affairs of the branch for 2 years. With the support of my team, we have really achieved success. With your support and that of our national body, we have hit the ground running with our 10-point agenda, which puts into major focus and priority such critical aspects as welfare of members, firm and agency visitation, improve relationship with the public sector, advocacy, improve members' base and mentoring, and to foster favorable relationship with the national body, among others. Welfare and firm visitation. One of the key responsibilities of the branch is dispensation of welfare to members. The ESCO understood this and made it a top focus. It is worthy of mention, therefore, to state that one key achievement of this ESCO is in the area of welfare, as we took up the onerous task to visit many firms, institutions, and agencies where our members work in order to rapport with them and understand their professional needs better. Over 63 firms of the branch government ministries and agencies, higher institutions, and elderly members of the branch were visited between June and August 2021. More firms, government and academic establishments will be visited in due course as the welfare subcommittee continues with the welfare program. In the noble year 2021-2022, 771 members who paid their annual dues were duly insured under the group life insurance policy of the branch in timely manner. Unfortunately, we lost 3 members and their beneficiaries have received 1 million each, being the death benefit of the late members. Advocacy. Noble colleagues, you will agree with me that our profession needs all the awareness creation it can get to make the citizens know us for what we do and patronize us, instead of quacks. To further increase awareness about who the estate surveyor and valuer is and the need for Nigerians to patronize them instead of acts on the wrong professionals in properties, transactions, and management, on 17th June, the man accompanied by the EXO held a press briefing. The administration has seized all available space to deal with the media to cause good publicity for our profession and institution. During the period under review, our programs were aired on television stations more often than before. Also, our achievements in line include the successful facilitation of a courtesy visit to the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably led by the president of our institution, ESV Sir Emmanuel Okazwike, FNIBS, first vice president, ESV John Bulamayibo, second vice president, ESV Victor Alonge, to intimate with the governor on issues affecting estate surveyors and valuers in the state. You will agree with me that our business is largely affected by policies and laws made by the government. Our visit to the governor was a direct manifestation and delivery of our agenda to foster and deepen relationship with the public sector. Due to the need to work more closely with government, the ESCO initiated a collaboration with the Ogun State Branch ESCO with the aim of having a closer relationship with relevant agencies of government in both states, among other matters of benefit to our members. Building effective synergy between the two branches to promote the enhanced professional and business relationship with the public sectors of both states, as well as create a ground for upcoming estate surveyors and valuers. On capacity building, a critical mandate of every executive committee of any branch of Nievs is to run impactful capacity development programs, mandatory continuous professional development MCPD programs. Of course, we had a very insightful MCPD in October 2021, which we did not stop there. Our 2021 MCPD attracted outlook in the present dispensation with and solutions and contemporary facility management in service delivery. The Just Health Summit 4 came through in a massive way after 1 year of low. Due to circumstances beyond the March control, the Summit 4 could not hold in 2021. However, this ESCO took it up with a special attention, and the HOP subcommittee has scout for special programs made it happen in a big way. The summit is the branch's biggest special annual event that discusses critical industry and business issues. We also had our resource center training program on the 31st of August 2021, which was themed establishing a sustainable professional real estate firm. Other topics featured included business development strategies for professional real estate services firm and impact of effective business communication in achieving lasting employee engagement among real estate professionals. Earlier in the same month, we partnered with the project quality management trainer, DINAC Strategy Consulting Limited, to give our member a 2-day free virtual training. Our general meetings have also become avenues of impactful capacity acquisition, as this administration, in its wisdom, constantly filled up the agenda with guest experts who give insightful lectures on stubborn topics and issues affecting our business as estate surveyors and valuers. We have consistently invited experts in fields affecting our business to talk to us about our major aspect of real estate transactions. This has made our general meeting very educative. Membership growth. As a cardinal point of the 10-point agenda, the current ESCO within the period under review has raised membership of the branch to associate level by 230 new associates. This is not a coincidence. The education subcommittee is working day and night to ensure that our probationers perform well at associate election interviews at the national. As a result of this unique effort by the current ESCO in line with its promise, 230 associates were inducted on 9th December 2021 in Abuja. We have also recorded the largest number of fellows inducted at the time in the history of the branch and of the institution when 17 members of our branch were elected to the fellow status on 1st April 2022. YPESV Mentoring and Student Series. The Young and Passionate Estate Surveyors and Valuers, YPESV of the branch, held its mentoring series on 21st October 2021 with over 80 young professionals in attendance. Our young professionals and students of the profession are the future of the profession. This is why the ESCO decided to deliberately create programs that suit their needs in the current system of things. The maiden edition of Hope Ariman Student Series remains another milestone achievement for the future of our dear noble profession. Networking at general meetings. When we took up the mantle of leadership of the branch, we discovered that there was need for creativity to make our general meetings become attractive to members. We came up with a cocktail and networking session and the new way to meet. The result was remarkable as we began to have fuller halls than ever before, especially since the advent of COVID-19. The pre-meeting networking session with cocktail definitely enabled members to interact and network among themselves. Noble colleagues, we have indeed laid it all down for the branch through thick and thin, with personal sacrifices readily available from all members. The very branch can truly continue to maintain the leading branch it has always been. I want to specially thank every member who keeps paying his or her annual dues and continue to participate in the various subcommittees. The ESCO cannot do anything without the selfless contribution of members of the various subcommittees. And to my ESCO members, the winning team, you are the best. Many thanks to you. I wish to crave your continued support and sacrifices to keep moving the Berry branch forward. Thank you all and God bless you. I would like to recognize the presence of the second vice president. Oh, you are welcome, sir. Estate Surveyor and Valuer Kunle Alunge. You are welcome, sir. Please, all fellows should move forward. Please move forward. Please, I would like to invite the first vice president of the institution, Estate Surveyor and Valuer John Bulamaibo, to the high table, sir. I also want to invite the second vice president of the institution to the high table. You're welcome, sir. Today is a lucky day for us. Let me recognize the presence of a past chairman in our midst, our own pastor, Estate Survey and Valua, Pastor Stephen Jagun. Elant is around. Okay. And a fellow in the house that just came in, former council member from all the way from Niger State, Estate Survey and Valua, Olurotimi Kemiki. You are welcome, sir. Professor himself, you are welcome, sir. Estate Survey and Valua, Pastor Stephen Jagun, a past chairman of the branch, you are welcome. Vice chairman of SBABO, you are welcome, sir. We have a really full house today. You are all welcome to our annual general meeting. So, we are going to item 7. That's the Honorary Secretary's report for the noble year 2021-2022.
Good afternoon once again. The chairman, our first vice president, the second vice president, past presidents in our midst, past chairman of the very branch, fellows here present, associate members, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. This is the Honorary Secretary's report for the noble year 2021 to 2022, presented at today's annual general meeting here in and via Zoom as well. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to the annual general meeting of the very branch. I give all glory to God Almighty for keeping us alive to witness yet another wonderful AGM of our beloved branch. It is with pleasure that I present to you the Honorary Secretary's report. Item 1.0, we have the Executive Committee meeting attendance on page 5. Then on page 6, we have the branch program of activities and subcommittee activities for the period under review. 2.1, we have the table that consists of all the program from inception from 21st of June to today, 25th of May, 2022. Then on page 7, we have the summary of activities for the noble year as detailed in the table before this. And the total number of activities for this noble year is 20. 3.0, we have the subcommittees for the year 2021 to 2022. We have the MCPD, the membership strength. We also have the Heads of Practice Forum, Publicity, Outdoor, Finance, Education and Professional Progression and Mentoring, and Welfare. Beside it, we have the names of the chairmen of all the subcommittees and the number of meetings that were held in the year under review. Moving to page 8, we have 4.0, the monthly activities. 4.1, we have June 2021. Number 1, firm visitation commenced. And number 2, we have the book donation by the late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Tade Ismail's wife, Chief Mrs. Titi Lola Ismail. She donated about 71 real estate books to the library in the very branch. Under 3, we have meeting with the Nievs president on the 4th of June 2021. The newly elected ESCO members met with the president and he charged all ESCO members to work as a team. Number 4, the Number 2, the interview preparatory session for probationers was also held on the 6th of October 2021. Number 3, election to associates. Within the period, more than 70 probationers were interviewed and prepared for election to associate by the branch ESCO. Then moving on to page 13, number 4, the Young and Passionate Estate Surveyors and Valuers Mentoring Series. It was held on the 21st of October 2021. It was an online program as well. And the theme was Networking in the 21st Century, a tool to maintaining leads generation in the real estate market. Facilitators were Estate Surveyor and Valuer Benga Ismail, our own Vice Chairman of the very branch, and also Mrs. Chukunso Onyeze, CEO, Assist to Sell Properties, and Lotana Ezogu, a networking coach from Skills Tribe. On that same page, the second general meeting was held for this noble year on the 28th of October 2021. We had a guest speaker in presence in the person of Mr. Shola Akinsiku. He spoke about branding and image making as a tool for repositioning an organization. On the 29th of October, we lost one of our, a former chairman of the Nievs Multipurpose Cooperative Society, and he was buried on the 29th of October in the person of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Idowu Adara. 4.6, in November 2021, visit to the site of the Ikoyi building collapse. It was done on the 3rd of November 2021. Then in the same month, the ESCO members held their monthly meeting as usual on every second Wednesday of the month, and this fell on the 10th of November 2021. Courtesy visit to one of our past chairmen on the 11th of November 2021 in the person of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Alaji A.O. Shote, our 6th chairman of the branch and also the 6th president of the Noble Institution. 4.07, in December 2021, inauguration of the Nievs Lagos Women's Wing. Then moving on, ESCO meeting as usual fell on the 8th of December 2021. We also had welcome party for the newly inducted associates of the very branch on the 16th of December 2021. Moving on to page 14 of the program with you. We had our 200 days in office. It was done on the 16th of December 2021. And then death. The branch was saddened to receive the news of death of one of our very active member in the person of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Philip Oko, FNIVS. He was a senior lecturer at the Department of Estate Management at Yaba College of Technology, and also an author of estate management books of high repute. The chairman of the branch and the president of the institution, alongside other top profile members of the institution, attended his service of song and burial rites. The late ESV Oko's family was also paid insurance benefits by both the branch and the national. The end of the year party was also held in the same month. on the 19th of December 2021 to be precise, at the 10 Degrees Event Center in Oregon. 4.8, January this year, 2022, the Building Collapse and Prevention Guild, ESCO, visited the very branch ESCO on the 13th of January. Then condolence, following the sad news of SS Surveyor and Valua Victor Philip Oko FNIVS. The ESCO on the 17th of January 2022 visited the head of Department of Estate Management, Yabatech, to commensurate with the HOD. I think this is a repetition of what has been read before. Then probational preparatory session was also held in the same month. Then 4.9 in February 2022, we held the third general meeting of the very branch. That was on the 2nd of February 2022 to be precise. The meeting was held both physically and on Zoom. We had about 181 members in attendance. Moving on to death as well, the branch lost a member, Estate Surveyor and Valua Victor Chinedu Onyekweli, ANIVS, who died in January after a brief illness, but we were informed in February 2022. His death benefits have been paid to his family through his nephew, Mr. Chijioke Onyekweli. May so rest in peace. 4.1, in March 2022, we had the HOP assembly. And then moving on, we had the outdoor program also on the 18th to 20th of February in Abeokuta. Moving on to page 15, 4.11, in April 22 this year, we also had another associate preparatory class on the 22nd of April. It was held to prepare them for the interview that will be held in Port Harcourt on the 22nd of April. 26 probationers went from the very branch. And then 4.12 in May 2022, that is the month we are in presently. Number 1, Estate Week. The branch observed our Estate Surveyors and Valuers Week from 16th to 22nd of March 2022. And we have the list of the programs that were held. 2, on that same page, moving on to death. The branch is again saddened to receive the news of the demise of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Olajide Olayinka, retired. Until his death, he was the chairman of Building Collapse Prevention Guild, Lagos State Chapter, and was effectively representing Nievs in the BCPG. May he so rest in peace. Number 3, the Nievs Lagos Women Wing activities was also held on the 21st of March, and the theme was Beneath the Glamour. Moving on to page 16, 5.0, General Matters. 5.1, the branch secretariat building. The branch and the national have engaged the services of J. Ajayi Patonla & Co., which took over the management of the Nievs building from January 1st, 2022, from the firm of Babalola Adeniyi & Co. 5.2, we have the applications received. We have the transfer of fellowship grade. We have the one for firm registration and election of associate members, and also the people that came in through adult routes. And on that same page, you see the growth from the last ESCO year to this ESCO year, which is for the last ESCO year, we had 14 fellows that were inducted. But for this present ESCO, we had about 17 fellows that were inducted. I think we deserve a round of applause for that. And also, for 2020 to 2021, we had associate members that got inducted. It was a total number of 83 members. But for 2021 to 2022, we had 175. I think we deserve another round of applause. Then for firm registration, for 2020 to 2021, we had 8 firms that registered their firms. And in 2021 to 2022, we have 21 firms. We also deserve a round of applause for that. Then 5.3, transition. We lost the following members during 2021 to 2022 noble year. Number 1 is late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Victor Philip Oko, FNIVS. Number 2, late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Chinedu Onyekwele, NIVS. Number 3, late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Akiande Tijani, FNIVS. And lastly, late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Colonel Olajide Olayinka, retired, ANIVS. At this point, with the permission of the chairman, I would want us all to observe a minute silence for the souls of the departed. Please, can we all be upstanding? May the souls of our dear noble colleagues rest in peace. We can be seated, please. During the year, the following deceased members, their next of kin, received their insurance benefit from the branch and from the national. We have late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Chinedu Onyekwele, ANIVS. He collected the total sum of 1,750,000 from both the branch and the national. Number 2, late Estate Surveyor and Valuer Victor Philip Oko, FNIVS. He collected a total sum of 1 million naira from the branch. 5.4, appreciation to branch sponsors. We seize this opportunity to thank every member, firm, noble colleagues, private and corporate organizations who have in cash and kind supported the very branch programs during the year. We pray for success in all your endeavors. 5.5, conclusion. On behalf of the executive committee, I want to express our appreciation to all members for the privilege you have given to us to serve. We thank you all for your cooperation and support. We seek greater support for the coming noble year 2022 to 2023. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you, Honorary Secretary, for that great presentation. I'll now call on noble colleagues. You've had it all. Can someone move the motion for adoption of this minute to be deliberated upon? Okay, the report, the secretariat report. Okay. Okay. That's our report. Okay, sir.
The chairman of the branch, first and second vice of the Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, distinguished members of the ESCO, I, Otumba Bola Onobadejo, wish to move the motion that the report presented by our Honorary Secretary for the branch, Mosun, be accepted and discussed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any seconder, please? Who's seconding?
Honorary, the chairman, I, Adepetu Emmanuel, an associate of the institution, hereby second the motion moved by Otumba Bola Onobadejo. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, any comments? In the absence of any comments, we can move to the Honorary Treasurer's report for the noble year 2021-2022. The Honorary Treasurer, sir.
The chairman, council member, fellows, noble colleagues, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this annual general meeting for the year 2022. We thank God for His mercy in the past year, though very challenging. We appreciate you all for your cooperation and support in the prompt payment of dues and other financial obligations despite the economic situations and challenges. May the Lord bless you. The financial report for the period 1st January to 31st December 2021 is hereby presented. Statement of account from 1st of January to 31st December 2021. We have year 2021 and 2020. The comparison. Opening balance as at 1st of January 2021, we had 5,150,417 naira 88 kobo. While in the previous year, we had 1,302,854 naira 48 kobo. Those are just comparison, but I will only read that of 2021. Receipt for year 2021, we had 56,528,125 naira 23 kobo. While payment for the year under review for 2021, the payment was 56,463 naira 824 naira 44 kobo. If you subtract, we have a balance of 64,300 naira 79 kobo. Adding to what was brought forward, we now have 5,214,718 naira 67 kobo. Current assets. Cash in hand at our 31st December 2021. Access Bank, we had 301,623 naira 16 kobo. While Diamond, now Access Bank, the other account, we had 6,219 naira 26 kobo. In Eco Bank, we have 58,878 naira 30 kobo. Stanbic IPTC, we had 3,606,767 naira 46 kobo. Stanbic Sterling Bank, we had 1,241,159 naira 49 kobo. The additions of that came up to 5,214,718 naira 67 kobo. Debtors, we have outstanding debt from members. Fellows, we have an outstanding of 682,000. Associate above 10 years, we had 2,116,000 naira. Associate below 10 years, 3,112,000 naira. Probationers or graduate, 1,205,000 naira, bringing a total of 7,015,000 naira as debt for unpaid annual dues. If we add all these total together, we now had 12,229,718 naira 67 kobo. Then our liabilities. We have some people who paid in advance, which we could not take it to the account of that year. Annual due in advance was 250,000 naira. The investment, Stanbic IPTC Bank Money Market Fund and interest, 4,124,045 naira 95 kobo, which was inclusive of interest. First Bank Fish Income Fund and Gains, we had 5,154,452 naira. Then the liquidations of the investment with gain, 5,645,530 naira 76 kobo. So the balance we had then were now 3,632 naira 967 naira 19 kobo. Gain for reinvestment was 194,339 naira 19 kobo. First Bank Fish Income Fund with gain, 3,827,306 naira 38 kobo. Then we also have an investment in Stanbic in our domiciliary account, $1,979.63, out of which we pay Webland subscription for our Zoom $294.38, bringing a net balance of $1,685.25. The receipt and payment account for the year ended 31st December. A summary of receipt for the year ended 31st December. From 1st of January to 31st December. Annual due, we had 5,398,700 naira. Arrears of annual dues, we got 2,481,750 naira. Application form for processing fee, we got 870,000 naira. Development levy, we have 2,920,000 naira. Prepayment for annual dues, 250,000 naira. There was no publicity for the year under for 2021 year. ESV magazine, we have 845,000 naira. Branch sponsorship, 51,500 naira. General meeting sponsorship, 100,000. Sundry income, 155,000 naira. Health management organization, HMO, we have 45,000. COVID-19 support fund from members, 50,000 naira. Liquidations of investment with interest, 5,645,530 naira 76 kobo. MCPD, we had 2,646,000 naira. There was no rent for the period, as we already collected rent in advance in the previous year. Honorary night, we had 8,751,000 naira. Special levy, we got 3,035,000 naira. Outdoor activity, local sponsorship, the total totals of all these payments was 56,528 naira, 125 naira, 23 kobo. Summary of payment for the period. Because we have all the breakdown, the total payment, because we have all the breakdown also stated there in the report. The total payment of 56,466 naira, 824 naira, 44 kobo. The details of receipt and payment account for the year ended 31st December 2021. We have court-a-party, newly fellow and associate. The receipt was, we had a receipt of 900,000 naira, while we had a payment of 1,339 naira, 781 naira, 21 kobo. So all the details are also stated in the report. There are all the breakdowns are also stated there, so you can have it to read as stated in the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorary Treasurer, for that great presentation. Noble colleagues, can someone move the motion for adoption of our financial report to be deliberated upon?
All protocol duly observed. My name is ESV Olaiton Olanrewaju. In the absence of any further deliberation, I hereby move the motion that the financial report should be adopted. Thank you.
Seconder, please. Thank you, ESV Olaiton. Seconder, please.
All protocols duly observed. I, ESV Gabriel Okonkwo, hereby second that the Treasurer's report be adopted.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, noble colleagues, any comments or observations on our financial report? So in the absence of any comments, may we go to the auditors, internal auditors report, please, for the noble year 2021-2022. Estate Surveyor and Valuer Sam Eboigbe, FNIBS, and Estate Surveyor and Valuer Tosin Bamigbola, ANIBS. Thank you.
The chairman of the Valley branch, first vice president, second vice president, I plead to stand on the already laid down protocols. Report of the honorary auditors presented to the annual general meeting of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors and Valuers, Lagos State branch for the financial year starting 1st January, ending 31st December 2021. The assigned internal auditors were appointed at the annual general meeting held on May 30th, 2021. To effectively carry out this assignment, we visited the branch and diligently examined the books of accounts, assets, income, and expectation, raised query to ESCOs and staff of which we got clarifications, observations, and comments, books of accounts and records. We diligently examined the account of preparation, observed that standard account formats were followed. Payment vouchers were raised with some retirement of funds appropriately. Approved and monitoring of expenditure. The approval process was in order, as seen from the payment vouchers, followed by the approval from the ESCOs, the release of funds, which is concluded by retirement of funds so released. Income and expenditure. During the year under review, total income was 56,528,125 naira 23 kobo. Expenditure was 56,463,824.44 naira, and a surplus 64,300.79 was recorded. A total number of 771 members paid their dues, and a rise in members paying dues was observed as against 730 members the previous year, 2020. Events and programs. It is well known that the country was gradually coming out of pandemic during the period under review. As such, the activities in the branch were on low key. Most of the programs were done virtually during the first half of the year. One, MCPD. MCPD was organized once virtually. The summary of the financial record is as follows. Income, 2,646,000. Expenses, 435,438.76 naira. Surplus, 2,210,561.24 naira. We commend and applaud the efforts of the chairman and members of the MCPD subcommittee for the success of the event with such a huge surplus. 2. HOP Forum. Business Forum was supposed to be carried out. However, no program was held by HOP subcommittee for the year under review. Events and programs. A. The Summit 4.0. The program was not done during the year under review because the approval came in late, so it was postponed to 2022. B. Honors Night 2021. This program yielded thus: income 8,181,000, expenses 6,405,020 kobo at 20 naira. Surplus was 1,925,000 1,980 naira, which was used to offset other expenses as at May 2021. Staff salary, purchase of books for the library, election expenses, and so on and so forth for the very branch. We commend the chairman and members of the Special Program Subcommittee for this feat, as it was the first time in many years that the Honors Night has yielded such a huge surplus financially.
One house, please. Noble colleagues, one house, please.
End of the year party. It is worthy of note that the branch end of the year recorded a surplus of 2,380,700 naira with an income of 10,270,000 and an expense of 7,889,300 naira this year, unlike previous years of deficit. We commend the chairman and members of the Welfare Subcommittee for this remarkable and outstanding height of success. Insurance of assets. Insurance of the branch building, branch vehicle, and other assets were not carried out during the year under review. Staff matters and regulatory issues. Staff salary structure. There are 5 members of staff. Their salaries are paid on time. However, we observe the following. A, we observe that the salaries of 2 members of staff were not on the same scale with a new staff, despite having the same qualification and longer number of years of serving the branch. Salary review has not been carried out, and this was stated in the audit report 2020. Staff appraisal was carried out twice. Staff loan. There was no outgoing staff loan. Staff group insurance. The insurance premium was not paid during the year under review. HMO. There is no HMO for the secretarial staff. The 2 older members of staff, from my investigation, were previously offered to have their medical allowance removed from their salaries as part payment for the HMO premium, which was far in excess of the allowance, but they rejected it. 7.0 Assets Register. There were 2 final items in the inventory of assets of the Secretariat, which include office furniture, office equipment, and motor vehicles, and 70 books in the branch library. As it has been mentioned and recommended in the last few years, these assets have still not been tagged or codified and not insured. We therefore recommend that the administration should please act on this as a matter of urgency, as it may sound quite unfortunate should this issue be captured in next audit report undone. Nice building income. Rent was not due from tenants, so no rent was received during the year under review. Investments. The branch investment portfolio is as follows. 1, Stanbic IBTC Bank money market funds and interest. We have 4,124,045 naira .95 kobo. 2, First Bank fees income funds and gains. 5,154,452 naira. Stanbic IBTC Bank, that is the domiciliary account. $1,979.63. During the year, all the branch activities, all the branch investments plus interest were liquidated, and then it was only First Bank fees income and funds reinvested was in the sum of 3,000,000. The sum of $1,685.25 after deduction of fee for Zoom activities. Approvals and monitoring of expenditures. Memos and correspondences from various members of the Executive Committee and Chairman of Sub-Committees regarding programs and activities were well documented and duly approved by the ESCO where necessary. 2, the standard procedure of submission of budget proposals for programs and events to the ESCO for approval and subsequent quotations by vendors for programs and events was maintained with clear description and breakdown of cost and mode of payment. 3, all financial transactions for the branch were properly carried out through the bank accounts of the branch. 4. Sorry, thanks. Reports of all programs and events held in the financial year under review were prepared and presented to the ESCO after the completion of the programs with details of income and expenditure. Recommendations. We hereby recommend the following. 1, assets should be properly tagged and coded and the tax pasted on the assets for proper identification, as this has not been done in the past. 2, the insurance of the branch boss, building and other assets should not be left unattended because of the great risk it poses to the branch. The ESCO should separate the insurance of the building from other assets to limit the risk of loss and other assets, because the building insurance is tied with the national body's involvement and possible delays. The ESCO should continue to seek and implement appropriate incentives that will encourage staff to be committed and also an improved interpersonal relationship between the staff and ESCO members for conducive working environment. As promised in the ESCO response to our audit memo, ESCO should ensure the harmonization of the salary structure for all members of staff and the review of the salary for the 3 older members of staff. This will ensure more commitment from them. Staff HMO should be processed and paid for within the year as another welfare package incentive for staff dedication and retention. This should be exclusive of their salaries. 6, a percentage surplus should be transferred and saved into our investment portfolio regularly. Conclusion. Noble colleagues, we appreciate the leadership and membership of the very branch for the privilege to serve as honorary internal auditors. The secretarial staff were also prompt and dutiful in providing necessary assistance in carrying out our assignment. This is commendable. Thank you. God bless the very branch, and God bless Nievs. Thank you very much. So, in the absence of no other thing, we'd like to take our seat.
Thank you. Thank you, auditors. Thank you, our internal auditors, for a job well done. I would like to recognize our members who have joined online. Okay. Once I get your names, I'll give special recognitions. Let me recognize the council members who came in while the report was going on. Estate Surveyor and Valuer Titi Agbalaya, an unofficial council member. The honorary treasurer, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Motiu Ogenetega Balogun, a fellow of the institution, and Estate Surveyor and Valuer Richard Olodu, an associate member of the institution and a fellow, a council member. You're all welcome. So thank you to our auditors. Okay. Can someone move the motion for adoption of the internal auditor's report? Both those online and those there. I recognize presence of online past secretary of the branch, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Yemi Onikan. Also a past secretary of the branch and woman leader, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Bridget Oroyede, the national coordinator of the women wing. Our incoming HNT, ESV Tola Amioje, fellow of the institution. You are recognized. Estate Surveyor and Valuer Kamaruddin Lawal, you are also recognized. So can someone move the motion for adoption of the auditor's report, please? Okay.
I, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Stephen Jago, move for the adoption of the auditor's reports, internal auditor's reports. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I learned Estate Surveyor and Valuer Adebayo Adeshola joining up virtually as seconded the motion. So comments, please. Thank you both. Okay, we have sitting next to our HNT, Honorary National Treasurer, is an Abuja branch member, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Olabode Abdulaziz, a fellow of the institution. You are welcome. So comments, please. Observations and comments. Okay, in the absence of any comments, can I call on the external auditors to present their report? You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon. All protocol observed. Reports of the auditors. To the members of the Nigerian Institutions of Estate Surveyor and Valuers, Lagos State Branch. Sorry, let me move closer to the... We have audited the financial statement of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Lagos State Branch, set out on pages 419, which have been prepared under the Historical Cost Convention and on the basis of the accounting policy set out on pages 7 to 13. respective responsibility of the council and auditors. The council prepares the accounts for each accounting period, which gives a true and fair view of the state of the affairs of the institution at the end of the period. In preparing the accounts, suitable accounting policies are applied consistently, and reasonably prudent judgments and estimates are made. Applicable accounting standards are followed. The accounts are prepared on the going concern basis. Council is also responsible for ensuring that proper books of accounts are kept and that internal control procedures are maintained in order to safeguard the asset, prevent and detect fraud and or other irregularities. It is our responsibility to form an independent opinion based on our audit on those financial statements and to report our opinions to you. Basis of opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with the international standard on accounting issued by the International Federation of Accountants. And audits include examination on a test basis of evidence relevant to the amounts and disclosures in the financial statement. It is also include an assessment of the significant estimate and judgment made by the council in the preparation of financial statement and of whether the accounting policy areas appropriate to the institution circumstances consistently applied and adequately disclosed. We plan and perform the audit so as to obtain all the information and explanations which we consider necessary in order to provide sufficient evidence to give reasonable assistance to the financial statement, which are free from material misstatements. In forming our opinions, we also evaluated the overall adequacy of the presentation of information in the financial statement and assess whether the institution accounting records have been properly kept. Opinion. In our opinion, the institution has kept proper accounting records and the financial statements are in agreement therewith. The financial statement gives a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the institution and the surplus and cash flow for the year ended 31st December, year 2021, and are in agreement with the provisions of the Institution Act and Company and Allied Matter Act, CAP, C20 LFN 2004, and in accordance with the Statement of Accounting Standard issued by the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. For Tunji Aino and Co, Chartered Accountant, Lagos, Nigeria, engagement partner Aino Joseph Tunji, FRC 2014, ICANN 0 in 7 places, 5798. A copy of this report will be handed over to the chairman, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that presentation. Tunji Aino and Co, Chartered Accountant. Thank you. Can someone move the motion for adoption of these external auditors' reports? Okay.
All protocol duly observed. Hi, ESV Okwebi Abosede.
Okay. Wait.
Hereby move the
Okay,
motion.
wait. Please, just shall you take the mic to my past chairman?
My noble chairman, very distinguished first and second vice president, and members of the high table, noble colleagues, the external auditor's report is a professional report that has come from another profession to us. And I don't think it is something that should be subjected to adoption. I don't think so. Since it is an external professional report which has given us, so it is for our information and subsequent deliberation. That is my humble observation, my chairman.
Thank you, sir. That's why we always have our elders in our midst during our general program, annual general meetings, to give us a guide. Thank you, sir. So we go to the next item of the agenda, the update on branch group insurance policy. I'll call on the HT to give us updates on the group insurance policy.
Good evening. All protocol observed. Our group insurance. Before now, we observe that if you look at the amount of benefit paid to before now we pay 1 million if we lost any members. But we now observe, if you look from that account, we see that we have a deficit from what we receive as insurance, as income we receive from group insurance and the payment we made from the account statement from the details I read earlier. We could see that we pay more money for the group insurance because the branch was subsidizing. We're subsidizing while we receive from members 4,000 naira, but the branch was paying 6,450. So in our last ESCO meeting, we now said we are not Nigeria. Even Nigeria, because if we continue to subsidize, we are losing. And we suggested, should we increase annual due? Because from the annual due of 12, we have why 4,000 naira is made for insurance. Then we pay to 6,450 naira. Thereby, we are now paying from the branch account. So we had a meeting with the insurance company that what can we do, because we do not want to subsidize again. So all they now agree that a benefit, the benefit we will now receive will not be up to 1 million naira, because from the beginning it was agreed that we have 1,000 members. Based on that, they computed that we'll be able to get benefit. We're all looking up that they will be able to get the contribution or get the premium paid to them for 1,000 members. But throughout this period, we have not been able to meet up that target. So they now agree that the best they can do subsequently, if we pay 4,000 naira, which we are collecting from members, the best they can do for death benefit would be 650,000 naira. In the ESCO meeting, we now unanimously agree that we would hold on to that. So we had to start that from January because we do not want to subsidize, because we're not eating on our income. So that's why we also resolve that we'll bring it to members so that you will not see if there's any in future. How come the subsequent people that we lost, we pay benefit of 1 million, but now we are now going to pay 650 naira. This as a result that we are removing subsidies. We do not want to subsidize any longer. You will see from the statement of account presented, if you look at the group insurance, the receipt and the payment, you could see that we paid beyond what we received. Thank you.
Thank you, HT. Noble colleagues, I want us to go back to last general meeting. If you remember vividly, that we mentioned it, that upon the 6,450, the branch pays on behalf of the members to insurance companies. We observed that we have to subsidize with sum of 2,400. That's to add up to the money that we make a member be entitled to 1 million naira payment benefit. So we had to discuss it, and based on two things. Annual dues cannot be more, a branch annual dues cannot be more than 50% of national dues, which is 12,500 for associate and 50,000 for fellows. Then we don't want to impose any financial burden on our members, because we know the money is, things are a bit tight nowadays. Everybody is complaining. So we decided as ESCO to look into it and look for a way around it. That's why we had to call those people and negotiate with them that instead of the branch paying extra 1 million plus to subsidize, we need to look into it and get same page. So they met with us, and that was how we came about the 650,000 as benefits for the 4,000 naira paid by a member on each annual dues. So that's the update on the branch group insurance policy. The next one is the external auditor's new fee. Okay, comments, please. I remember we discussed it at last general meeting, and most of our people were saying, how do we need to subsidize?
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Estate Surveyor Valua, MLA Chima. My chairman, I heard what you said about the insurance. And based on what you said now, means that we are not equal to the 1,000 bits we're supposed to get to enable us get 1 million naira benefit. That's it? Fine. Have we tried other insurance companies? Have you shopped to other insurance companies if you can get a better deal? I believe that insurance company is not the only insurance company here. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Estate Surveyor and Valua Imele. We are okay.
Thank you, my chairman. The first vice president, members of council present here, fellows, noble colleagues. I want to tune my argument in line with ESV Emele. I was just asking somebody from Abuja now, which insurance company they use. He said Leadway. I think we need to explore. Let's check with other insurance companies. And if we can't even get any insurance company that receive any premium lower than what we are paying, if the total figure we want to add is just about 1 million plus, I think the welfare of members should be important to us. 1 million is not too much for our branch to add to us so that we can collect 1 million. Thank you.
The chairman, I stand on the established protocol. My name is Otumba Bola Onobadejo. I want to appreciate the good work that chairman and the ESCO they are doing. But I don't think it's going to be good news to members of the branch that they are going to reduce this type of welfare benefit, especially the last one. I know many years ago we were not getting up to that. But if we have started anything good, there's no need to stop it. Apart from exploring other insurance companies, that aspect, that statement that the branch cannot charge more than 50% of what the national is charging, is it something that can be reviewed? I think we should really look into that as well. Because I know that nobody is praying to die. Nobody really wants to die, really. But if we are paying something as the very branch, it must be something tangible. The 1 million is a very round figure, it's a very good figure. And I want us to look at the possibility of maintaining it, either by the adjustment of that national branch relationship, or by looking for an alternative insurance company. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Maz, someone is.
Mr. Chairman, noble colleagues on the high table and fellow members, I also want to lend voice to what we're doing here. It's commendable. We need to think outside the box. Before we got here, we were relying on funding from benevolent fund. So if it's possible to now try to shore up the benevolent fund, to get funding from benevolent fund to take care of the subsidy. But if you reduce from 1 million, pending when the national now review, we have no control over national to review. If national agrees to review, but pending that time, we can, I know that if we tell members, please let's, I know in recent times we don't emphasize too much again on benevolent fund, but that was what it was meant for, that when such things happen, it was from this fund that we give to families that they bereaved or whoever that want to give welfare to. But since this insurance has happened, that fund is just now like a revenue to the branch. So if we come, we hold meetings 2-3 times a year, and some people give 1,000 naira. So if you can easily collect maybe 2,000-3,000 from people, or encourage people that the minimum, please, at any meeting for benevolence is 1,000 naira. I'm very sure that we have to meet it. It's more honorable for the branch to visit a home where they are bereaved and give them a 1 million naira check than 650. 650 or even 990,000 is no longer 1 million. Thank you, my chairman.
Mr. Chairman, first vice, the trustee, noble colleagues, I think I just want to provide some guidance here because I had, saying that 50% of what the national charges is what you can charge, and therefore, like my noble colleague just said, that until the national revises, and I will tend to doubt whether on the basis of Lagos, national can actually take a decision to revise. But let me guide you. The insurance can actually be separated from your annual due subscription. The subscription, I don't know how you couched it in your bylaw. I think if you had included insurance as part of your annual due component, I think you need to review it and take it out. It's a separate item on its own, so that your subscription will still be within the constitutional provision of the institution. Then the insurance can then be like a levy for all members. So you can have maybe 3,000 naira levy for every member. That's a levy that you now have to present to council, and council will approve it. So it's separate from your annual due, So I think that is the way to navigate it, rather than writing to national to say council should review. So if you do that, you'll still be within the 50%, 50% mark, and then you can have your insurance separately. Because, like the trustee said, I think the insurance it's more respectable. If you want to do something, you are not bound to do it. It's not compulsory that branches must do it, because national does it. But if you have to do it, I think we need to do it well. And I think that is the way you can navigate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my second vice.
I want to say that it was national that borrowed the leave from the branch. Be that as may, the idea from our second vice, very wonderful. But see, the issue we had then was that when we separated them as components, some people will refuse to pay the insurance that they don't want to insure, and because they will not die. So what we can do, I'm just giving an advice to the branch. If we can still keep charging, but when we are internally, we can separate the records internally. But I don't know how they're going to manage it. Because some people will refuse. Some people will come to the secretariat and refuse that, please remove that insurance component from my annual dues.
That was why I said you make it a levy. Past chairman, please. Yes. That was why I understood that, and that was why I suggested that you remove it, make it a levy. A levy that will have to be approved by council. And when that levy is approved, it becomes mandatory. So if you pay your annual due and you don't pay the insurance, then you are still not financially up to date. So that will solve it that way. Thank you.
Thank you, the first vice president. Our second vice president. Remember, do you want to know?
My chairman, second vice president, the trustees, council members here present, past chairman of the branch, noble colleagues. When it comes to issue of fees, it's very delicate. I know, if I'm not mistaken, that issue of fees has to be ratified by the AGM. The annual dues, I mean. And for the branch, I want to try and toe the line of Estate Surveyor and Valuer Toyin Agbalaya. why the issue came up, I asked the treasurer, quickly do a calculation for not making up to that 1,000. What is actually the real amount? And we did a calculation, and it's 1.8 million. And if the branch can be able to subsidize that 1.8 million, subsidize that project with 1.8, that means everybody will come back to 1 million. And again, we have also suggested, some people have made suggestions, discuss with other insurance companies. Because what this is an AGM, we may take a decision here now that we are not checking our bylaws with the constitution very well. We may take a decision that may contravene the constitution. I was telling he said I shouldn't say it, but I said I will say it too. My IPC. I said, I'm already preparing to come up with a template to find a way to even reduce the national annual dues. Yes. But again, council will not have the final say. We'll take it to the AGM. Something is coming up. Things are difficult. And we need to find other ways to make income, sources of income. He said it. I'm sure we all filled our form just now, attendance. How many of us feel that benevolent part of it? 200, 100, 500 is something. So, noble colleagues, whatever decisions we are taking on this matter, I would suggest, it's a suggestion, that we should toe that line of Agbalaya for now, because we may take a decision here now that, separate, include this and that. It will not affect the provisions of the Constitution. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, my incoming.
I'm sorry to take us back on this matter. Something came up now, and I think we need to explain to our members how we got to this bridge. We used to get money from benevolence. If anything happens, we will go and give the families. And it's embarrassing that sometimes the whole branch will go to a family and give them 10,000 because that's all that's in that account. 20,000. So that's how we came about this, to see it as a fund that we can, you can fall back on to now give to our members. So it's not that we are forcing members to take insurance. No. It's so that we can be able to commiserate with any family that has a misfortune, either death or accident. So that will encourage us to please be part of it. The more the merrier. There are times, the national, like we are told about some of our colleagues now, they got check from national and from the branch. So even if you are taking your own personal insurance, it does not stop you from this. So that the families of those who are affected will have so much to rely on, because at that time, they need every help that can come. Thank you very much. Thank you, my chairman.
Thank you, my past chairman. Okay. Shoyi.
The chair and the house. My name is ESV Allen Osegali. All protocols duly observed. I want to ask a question. Apart from the suggestions made, which are germane, sure for other insurance companies, we have investments. We have our secretariat building. We earn rent from it. In the report read by the Honorable Treasurer, we have investments in bonds and stuff like that. I believe, just like the first VP mentioned, the branch can take from those investments, because it's our investments, our money that is invested in this. So we can use it to subsidize continue this subsidy you are talking about, 1.8 million naira. From the rent we are earning from our building, Abba, are we not qualified? Are we not, is 1.8 million naira too much for us to spend for us? No. Let us start from those investments and not put more financial burden on our members. Secondly, the hall is scanty. I think this year, maybe this is the second or first AGM, first general meeting. The welfare secretariat of the branch should embark on membership drive so that we can pull in more members to make up those figures that we're talking about, 1,000 membership. I'm sure in Lagos here alone, we have over 2,000 members. So let's reach out to people who are not attending meetings, who are not paying fees, and encourage them to pay, join the group and pay annual dues and pay all the fees that we need. And what we're talking about will just be a child's play. So let's not increase any fees or whatever that we're doing now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Allen. Let me first start from where the last observation. I'll still continue to plead with our members because some of our secretarial staff and the finance committee are doing most of the work. Please, when they call you or when they send a notice to you, kindly respond by paying your annual dues. It's for the branch, it's not for their pocket. Please. On the other one of benevolent fund, I noticed that nobody observes that anymore. There is a piece of paper. When you write your name, you write the amount you are using as support for benevolent fund. But recently, at times we get as low as 1,000 naira. We get as low as 1,000 naira. So I still want to plead with our members. I'm sure if we are able to get 1,000 members to pay their annual dues, even if we are going to any insurance company, we'll be able to talk to them based on the huge number we are bringing in. Because no insurance company, none of them accept 4,000 naira now. None of them. I know we have discussed with like two. We discussed with two before picking the third. And most of them even delay payments. Because after meeting with them, we always do our own investigation, underground investigations, to check those that have been their customers. We discuss with them, and the information they give us is not too good, because by the time they tell you, once somebody dies and they decide to make payments after a year, it's not worth it. That's why we decided to go for this LASACO. As you said, we'll still look into other aspects of the advice given, and we'll still get back to the general meeting on that. If there is need for us to, as suggested by my past chairman, that we get other companies, we get other insurance, and we also look into that. So please, I want to plead with you, our members, let's do our own part so that the burden will only be on ESCO. We know you have been very supportive, and we want you to keep supporting us. So thank you all. Okay, I learned Estate Surveyor Valuer Ekpeyong is online. Is he on the matter? Is he on the matter of insurance? I've spoken. Please. So next one is external auditor's new fee. I want to bring to the notice of the House that our external auditors, Tunji Aino and Co. They gave us a letter to review their fee, which is 200,000 for past years. So, and due to the increase in most of due to increase in what do I call it now, in services, we agreed, the ESCO agreed to increase their money. We are giving a proposal now to increase their money to 250,000 naira.
The chair, first, second vice, immediate past chairman, I think I should be recognizing you. I learned of your new name, BB, only 2 weeks ago. Distinguished fellows and associates, I think the request is justified. And what we have debated at the ESCO, just to put 50,000 on the 200 is equally reasonable. I move that we actually agree and pay the 250,000 for us to continue to enjoy their good services. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So, I believe that is the motion in support of us paying the 250,000 to our external auditors. Do we have a seconder for that? Are we in agree? Do we agree to that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Pastor Stephen Jagun. Any counter motion? So thank you all. Okay. You're welcome, my HNT Emeritus. Welcome. So, noble colleagues, as we said earlier, we have the second vice president in our midst, the person of Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Kule Alonge, is the officer in charge of overseeing all branch activities and is there to give us a speech.
The chairman, the first vice, please let me stand on the existing protocol. I am very happy to be attending the AGM of Lagos branch today. I think last week Saturday we were in Benin and it was actually a wonderful experience. And Lagos has always, I think I was there last year also. So it's always been every year. I never miss Lagos AGM. A round of applause. Even before I became the conference was not well attended. So what I'm saying in essence is that please let us mobilize ourselves. This is a conference. There has been complaints about the conference fee. Please, when we get to the conference in the AGM, we will discuss it. Don't hold back. God will provide. Those of us who have not yet registered, between now and 1 week, God will miraculously provide for you. So please let us register. Let us storm Port Harcourt. Let us give our president a worthy send forth. As we all know, the president has actually done extremely well in the last 2 years. He has invested his time, his energy, his resources in especially advocacy aspect of our institution. And I think he has done well. We pray that the incoming administration will build on what he has done. So I think a befitting send-off for our president will be not money. He doesn't need money. He's a rich man. A befitting send-off will be for us to attend the conference en masse. It's taking place at his base, and he will feel delighted to see all of us. So on that note, I want to commend Lagos branch for this wonderful AGM. Please let us continue this mutual relationship. This is going to be my last AGM as the second vice president. I have enjoyed my relationship starting from the immediate chairman. You see, when you have a family, if you all smile all the time, then you are deceiving yourself. But when you speak to yourself, you can disagree to agree. And I think what we have been doing is to disagree to agree. And every one of us, our primary interest, our focus should be for the betterment of this institution and this profession. And if that is what we are all looking for, then disagreement should not be an issue that we must avoid all the time. You see, we are all learned people. We should be able to come with different ideas. So I've enjoyed my last 2 years of second vice president, especially interacting with Lagos branch. And I just want to pray. I'm appeal to you that please, whoever is going to succeed me as second vice, extend that same level of understanding, cooperation, to him. And let us all pray that the institution will be the ultimate beneficial body. So I want to thank you very much, Madam Chairman, all your ESCO, for the cooperation that we've had this year. I pray that the branch will continue to grow from glory to glory. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my second vice president. Thank you. I would like to call on the first vice president, Estate Surveyor and Valuer, John Bull Abaevo. They call him the Bull. Our own president-elect.
My chairman, second vice president, my past president here present, my trustees, members of ESCO, past chairmen, fellows, and noble colleagues. If not for Lagos, I will not be where I am today. Let me repeat it again. if not for Lagos branch, I don't think I will be where I am today. I don't know how to start it, but I want to God's brand very well. I thank you. I'll keep thanking you. I will forever be indebted to Lagos branch. I want to assure you by His grace. I'm a member of this branch. And by His grace. Thank you so much. Let me assure you that I will not disappoint you people. This is my branch. I'm very passionate about it. And we know what we used to say when we go to other branches. Before they say something, they'll look at John Bull. Because they know that John Bull is very passionate when it comes to. They know that John Bull is very passionate when it comes to issues of Lagos State branch and its members. Let me assure you that by His grace, with your support, we will move this institution to a different level. I can assure you that. I want to plead with us that we should not be tired. We all know the period we are right now is normal in the history of NISV. And by His grace, this phase will pass, and new people will come in and will continue. So I know when I saw a report, let me commend the ESCO very well. We are talking about this conference. I think there's the only branch, at least that I know, that have since made all arrangements on where and how they will fed in Port Harcourt. The first. I want to commend the chairman and his ESCO and our own section. I think you are the duty officer of that. You've done well. Because I know you were in Port Harcourt, going around the whole of Port Harcourt, trying to make a place comfortable for our members. And because of that, I will just add a token of 100,000 naira to that assignment. Noble colleagues, please, just as the second vice president said, I want to plead with all of us to try and register for the national conference and do everything possible to come and celebrate your own by His grace on the 25th of June 2022. Let me also assure you that our advocacy will be properly taken care of. Very soon, immediately after the AGM, I will roll out all the events we have for the year that will give us a strong mileage on the issue of advocacy. Noble colleagues, I want to thank you all, and I want to thank the ESCO for the way they have been doing all throughout this 1 year. And I know that they are going to do better in the next 1 year. I'm very happy that I'll be coming in by His grace to be sitting in the same council with our able and capacity chairman with his team. So on that note, I want to once again appreciate all of you. Please feel free. There are things that, nobody has monopoly of ideas. Please, you have my numbers. If there are things you think that we should do differently, or things you think we should improve upon, before I continue, let me recognize my very good friend. He has been smiling. I forgot to mention. Awo. You are recognized. Thank you. Thank you. So please feel free to call me. I'll listen. I've been consulting, and I'll continue consulting, and I will not disappoint. God bless you, and thank you all.
Thank you, my first vice. Thank you for that robust speech. Before we go on, I'd like to give special recognition to a past president and also a past chairman of the very branch. Under the house, Estate of Valua, Bola Batola Ajayi. I also want to recognize a past honorary treasurer, national treasurer, director of valuation, Lagos State Government, Estate Surveyor and Valuer, a past secretary. Past secretary. Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Kule Awolaja. Some people call him Baba Wo. So you're welcome, sir. So next item on the agenda now is AOB. AOB. Estate Surveyor and Vivian Ewenezi, my past treasurer of the branch. You're welcome. AOB, please. Rocco.
Thank you. Chairman, the first vice president, second vice president, all the people on the high table. Thank you. Noble colleagues. My name is Akin Rocco Abraham, the COC of Nievs. Has been inducted. Thank you. That's by the side. Thank you. On a good note, let me join the second vice president. Yes, Victor Adekunle Alonge, for commending us. This report is a good and I think we have to give it to the ESCO. Settlement apart. Please. Settlement apart. Seriously. You tried and was give it to you. This is where I'm going. Because this is going international. And we have to project. This is an advocacy. We have to show to the world who we are. And you will not be there. By the time they are flipping through the pages. If you look at the accounting part, the way they have represented themselves, they did it in such a way that you will note that accountants, they prepared that report. Thank you. If you look at our part, the inventory, noble colleagues, that is a little bit on the lower side. As an essence of value, and we're talking about standard. We will not prepare. Inventories have gone beyond what we have in those reports. Please take this commendation or suggestions from a friendly part. By the time we are producing the next one, kindly let us prepare it, and according to international standard, that when you pick it up, whether you're in Denmark or Netherlands or Switzerland, you will say, this is an inventory report, not the way we prepared it. Thank you. Where is our current first vice? Yes, John Bo. I love what he has said, and I always want to quantify matters. And I'm very happy that this is the season of politics. Don't be surprised. They won't be here if not because of politics. The national officers, people from Niger, people from Abuja, Port Harcourt, we recognize you. But here is this. We have issues in Lagos, and a lot of people don't want to associate with us. But election period, this is the main branch that determines what is going to happen in Nievs. Intellectually and financially, you can contend with that. Please, Chairman, Las Rera is waging a war against the finances. You want to drive membership? You want the young ones to come here? Agency is a low-hanging fruit for so many people. What are you doing? Should we go and register? I know a lot of people have registered, and most of us we won't register. Should we probably don't register? If they come for us, like you are subsidizing insurance, are you going to subsidize litigation as well? Please, I'm very happy for the national, and I'm putting this question directly to the president of Nievs, Chief Sir ESV Imawike. What are you doing about Las Rera? I have said it on so many platforms, and I'm putting it across now. If you don't tackle it, that is the biggest thing that will cause an opera that none of us will be able to control. Thank you.
The chairman, the second vice president, I hope the chairman has recognized me to speak. Chairman, can I go on?
You can go on.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, second vice president, members of ESCO, our trustee, and noble colleagues. My name is Ofyong Samuel Bukong. I want to thank you because by mere mentioning of my name, it is putting laughter on your lips. Mr. Chairman, I want to tell this august body that I had the privilege of serving as a PRO, assistant, secretary, vice chairman, and chairman. And in all those capacities that I served this branch, they have always told me that the reward for a successful service is more service. So, noble colleagues, I want to inform you that yours sincerely will be contesting the next election as the second vice president. So if I have done things for this branch at this time that I need the branch, I'm sure you will be there for me. Because it is being touted outside there, other branches have come of age, they are this, they are that. But in all that they have said, on all that they have done, none of them has been able to move an inch to meet with Lagos State branch. So I'm presenting myself to you. And I have two requests to make to this August body. One, please vote for me. Two, please tell. I don't know. I never will give the voters. Please, tell your friends and our colleagues that are eligible to vote. I can assure you that ideas will be what will be brought into council. And you are aware that I'm a man of ideas. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this opportunity. Please, if you want to clap for me, clap.
Thank you, Estate Surveyor Avala Samuel Lupong. Let me call on Estate Surveyor Avala Bello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everyone. Standing on the existing protocols. My name is Olwafunke Bello. I have a request, a question, a suggestion. I happen to be among the internal auditor in the preceding during the preceding tenure, as well as being in the financial subcommittee. I noticed that while we were talking and discussing concerning the accounts of the branch, we have to end in the middle of the year. That means from January to June. Our year starts from June, while our financial year starts from January. Is there nothing that we can do to annex together instead of the auditors auditing previous people, while the people in government are there answering for those people that are no more there? Is there nothing that we can do to make sure that our financial year is the same thing as the executive year? This is my question. Thank you.
Any other AOB, please? Thank you, as the Bello.
Good afternoon. Standing on the existing protocol, Afonja Oluwafemi Samuel is my name. I think some of us are being put in the dark, or our voice is being silenced. I came here, did my registration, but unfortunately, I wasn't given this. Please, I would like to know why and how I can get it. Thank you.
Please, what's your name, please?
My name is Afonja Oluwafemi Samuel. Yes, an associate of the institution. I wasn't given this report, the annual report. I want to know why and how I can get it.
Your observation is noticed. If you are not able to get, that we'll send the soft copy to your mails. We'll send the soft copy to your mails. Okay, no problem. I can see some of our council members saying they are not able to get, so don't worry. Drop your names with the secretarial staff and we'll ensure you get a copy each. You all get copies each. So, thank you so much. On the ESV Funke Bello, on the report coming up in between the year, okay, the financial year that's from January to December. I know we have the accountant in our midst, so they'll be able to give us a guide if what we are doing is in order. That is our financial year from January to December, instead of ESCO year of June to May. So they will be able to give us. So do we have an accountant who can give us a guide? A past treasurer, because I know up to national, that's what is happening there. Because that's what the national gave us. And okay, and we have to follow the national accounting year. Thank you, sir. So that one. Then on the Lastrera issue, I'm sure during our report, you people, you heard it when I said the president was there. He was in Lagos, and part of our discussion with the governor of Lagos State is on Lasrera. We have also, myself, I've also notified him and sent him a memo on current happenings in Lagos. So he has delegated the first vice to liaise with us and look into it. He also promised that he will be coming to Lagos soon, because he was with the governor, and part of what we discussed was on Lasrera thing. Okay, sir. The first vice would like to say something on that.
Please permit me to stand on already established protocol. Recently, the president sent a memo to me to liaise with the Lagos branch. We are already planning to engage the government on the matter, and thank God some of our senior members have a very strong relationship with the government. So I have personally gone to meet him. So we are working on it. Hopefully, all this will be resolved. We are not sleeping at all on it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, my first vice president. I learned Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ekpeyong still wants to say one or two things. He's raising his hand. One house, please. Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ekpeyong. Is he still online? Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ekpeyong.
Yeah. My chairman, can you hear me? Please. Can you hear me, please? Okay. My chairman and my first vice chairman, the second vice chairman, distinguished noble colleagues, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. Can you hear me, please? I don't know. I'm hearing an echo here, but I don't know if echo here,
Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ekpeyong, please, you can type your observations. Please type, send to us. Kindly meet, please. To me, please. Thank you. Any other AOB? Time is fast spent. Time is fast spent. So, let's just give maybe a minute each to our people from outside Lagos that wants to say something about our branch. Please, a minute each. Let me call on the Estate Surveyor and Valuer. Okay, since we have heard from him, so let's start from Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Professor Kemiki. Just a minute, please, because time is fast spent.
Thank you very much, the ESCO. Thank you for the good work. The elders of the branch, fellows of the institution, associate. It's good to be here. I was born in Lagos. I'm working in Nigeria, and presently I'm contesting for the position of Assistant National Secretary of this institution. I have done it before as the National Education Committee. For the first time, I produced the study pack, 32 volumes within 6 months. And also, I've been able to serve as the branch chairman for 4 years, and I've been able to serve as secretary of my branch. Networking across the trajectory give me the opportunity to know more about the secretariat and what to begin. If elected, I promise to work closely with the honorary as national secretary to deliver a secretariat that is effective, a secretariat that is informative, a secretariat that will serve you and myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I solicit for you a vote for a professor. It's a vote for credibility. It's a vote for value addition. I am not to be tried. I am a tested hand. I solicit for your vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And let me also call on Esther Sobia Vala Jumoke Akure. She's also, I think she's also coming out. You can just stay there. If you no, let her. So that she.
Good afternoon, noble colleagues. All protocols duly observed. My name is ESV Adejumoke Akure. I'm a fellow of this great institution and also an unofficial member of this honorable ESCO. I am standing here to solicit support, prayer, votes as the Honorary Assistant National Secretary of this great institution. Now, I always want to start from the why, and I have a very simple why. Very simple. Why I say it's simple is because, you know, it's an assistant position. It's not the focal. So that is why it's a simple why. And the simple why is to support the focal person to be able to deliver on documentation management and administration skill. There is something in quality that says that what you do not document, you cannot measure. And if you cannot measure, you cannot improve. And we all know that our institution does need improvement, locally and globally. We need to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with other institutions in our profession. And to that end, it is important that documentation and administration is key. Now, that goes to my why. Why do I think, or what do I think I have that I can do that? I have been part of international accreditations and standards, international, in organizations where I've worked. And in the most challenging sector, which is healthcare, international standard, accreditations, and protocol is key to health. And I've been part of that for all my corporate years, working outside a traditional firm. But you remember I said that is an assistant position. So what gives the impression I can do that? I can do it because of another why and another how. And that second how is what is called, I have an excellent ideation, innovative, and negotiation skill. And I intend to use that to support the focal person to make sure we deliver on an institution that works for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esther Sobia Vala Jumoke Akure. Let me call on Esther Sobia Vala Olagoke Oyeniyi. A minute, please.
Good evening, my chairman, first vice president, second vice president, my senior colleagues. I have my fathers on the seat, I have my mothers here, and I also have my PS here too, which I can call noble colleagues. My own name is Olagoke Oyeniyi Oladipupo. I've served in Lagos State for 4 years as the assistant secretary and as the honorary secretary. Just like the president said, incoming president, this is his own. He belongs to Lagos State. I also belong to Lagos State. I have served here and I believe it's time for me compensated for the efforts of serving the branch at least for 4 years. One thing is we need to digitalize the secretariat. The secretariat needs to be put on auto running. I won't say more than that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, SB Olagoke. So, let me call on Estate of Yoambala, Olabode Abdulaziz. 1 minute, please.
Thank you, my chairman. First and second vice, my past president. My name is ESV Alhaji Abdulaziz Olabode. I'm vying for the position of Assistant National Treasurer. I've done it in Abuja before, 2016, 2018, Financial Secretary. And Abuja, you believe me, is the second largest in the history of Nievs. So if I can do it without any questioning, I have my people here that can attest to that. Record is there. And I've also served on Finance and General Purpose Committee of Nievs for 5 good years. I have my madam here, Madam Titi Agbalaya. I served during her administration. I served during Madam Fatima Olokure, and my good friend Moti Balogun. So I just want to consolidate on all this. So if given the opportunity, you will not be disappointed. Please vote for me. Thank you, and God bless.
Estate of Yoambala, Richard Olodu, 1 minute. Greet us for allow you to be unopposed. So greet everybody.
Distinguished, my first vice president of our noble institution, second vice president, the chairman of the very branch and other ESCOs, senior colleagues, past chairman, my past president. My name is ESV SSW and Valua Richard Olodu. I'm a past HPS, Honorary Publicity Secretary of Lagos State Branch. This is my branch. This is where I belong. I'm also the current council member, and I will be vying for the position of Assistant Honorary Publicity Secretary. I need your vote.
Okay, let me call on Estate of Yoambala, Toyin Agbalaya. A minute, ma.
Thank you, Chairman.
Experience, Mama.
I recognize my first and second vice presidents. The member of just okay, he has gone. Noble colleagues, I'm Estate of Yoambala, Toyin Agbalaya. I solicit for your votes as unofficial member of council. I'm presently serving as unofficial member of council. Your welfare is my concern. I believe in capacity building. We are amongst the foreigners, those who make sure that we have a women forum. I'm one of them. And you will see what is happening amongst the women. We are building our capacity. I believe in capacity building. I believe in welfare of members. And council members there will witness with me. If it has to do with policy concerning members, it has to be positive. If it does not affect you positively, I will oppose it. So I have served as a treasurer of this branch. I served as treasurer at national level. I was chairman of FNGPC. When I was chairman of FNGPC, we had a very vibrant FNGPC. We had an FNGPC that would take a second look at memos that were approved, and we appeal to our president to take a second look at it and will reduce costs. I never had relationship with anybody supplying anything to the institution. No kobo was missing when I was treasurer of the institution. I solicit for your vote. Please vote for me for continuity. I promise not to let you down. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Esther Sobe Avala Mutiu Balogun.
My chairman, sir. My chairman, man. My first vice president. My second vice president. Let me start on the existing protocols. My names are ESV, Aji, Mutiu, Kolapo, Ogenetega, Balogun. Now, we must actualize. As you all know, I'm a son of this branch. And I don't need to say much about myself as regards this branch. But it is this branch that has brought me to this level. And honestly speaking, I'm grateful to this branch. Now, having served in various capacities at the national level and at the state level, I started this journey in 2011. I started joining with committees in the state level and in the national level. I proceeded to national level in 2016. I served 2 years as one official member of council. Thereafter, served as assistant national treasurer. Then, at the moment, the treasurer of the institution. And all the while that I've been the treasurer, I've done my bit. And I'm very sure so many people that are here can attest to what I've done so far. And I'm willing to put more effort to ensure that we all take this institution to another bigger level. And I can assure you that I'm ready to join the progressive team to take the institution to the higher level. Thank you. I solicit for your support to vote for me as unofficial member of council. Thank you, my people. Please don't forget, let us actualize, and we must actualize. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther Sobe Avala Mutiu Balogun. Let me call on Esther Sobe Avala Emmanuel Alao.
Mr. Chairman, the first vice president, the second vice president, members of the high table, my past chairman and past president. My name is Esther Sobe Avala Emmanuel Alao. I want to bring you greetings from my family, from my support groups across the country. As a matter of fact, I've put in about 10 years consecutively in the service of our institution as a member of council. And here are my scorecard. As chairman of Abuja branch 2014 to 2016, the branch increased tremendously across board, be it fellow, probationer, students, and all cadre of our membership. The branch again procured a brand new bus, which is in use up to today. Another milestone was the construction of a guest house, which my predecessor, Akpan, INU, laid the foundation. We brought it up to 80% completion. Again, as a member of MCPD 2012 to 2014, we were able to institute and institutionalize two national MCPD program a year, which is still in operation as of today. We have been able to approve MCPD topics across board for many states to hold their MCPD. Again, as a member of Statute and Government Relations Committee, I came in and I became the vice chairman of the committee. We were able to serve and serve the institution successfully. We brought about the processes of institutionalizing value general, which we are pursuing as of today, under the able chairman of Chief Chika Okafo. Then, come the year 2020 to 2022, I came on board as chairman, Statute and Government Relations Committee. And it is on record that yours faithfully led the president and committee members to Aso Rock twice. I think that deserves a round of applause. I've also led the president to visit the Senate president, to visit the speaker, still on the matter of the institution. Not only that, we have visited the MD of FHA, Senator Ashafa. We have been able to visit the Minister of Power and Housing, a feat that has not been achieved for past years. During my chairmanship as Statute and Government Relationship Committee, we have been able to do that. Not only that, we have been able to visit some state governors and invested some state governors. These are the legwork that I've done as Statute and Government Relations Committee through my committee members across board. Now my agenda, because of my time. As first vice president, by the special grace of God, with your support. One, membership. As a matter of fact, I will make sure that we increase the membership status across board, quality membership status. And at the same time, capacity building. Capacity building will ensure there will be train and train the trainer process. That is to say, some of our advisors need to be trained. And number three, faculty rebranding. It is very important because our faculty need to be specialized. We need to have specialization across board. Our faculty need to have what we call practice manual. They need to have ethics along the line among all the 15 faculties that we have. Our faculties, again, need to copy and have a peer review of leading light of similar specialization across board, across the country, and of course, going by international standard. Noble colleagues, I want you to join me by next week when I will be unfolding my manifesto. Let your vote speak for actualization. Let your vote speak for dedication. Let your vote speak for competency. Let your vote speak for accessibility. Let your vote speak for humility. Noble colleagues, I have this to say. I have the passion, I have the energy to drive the agenda that the institution yearns for. Aliboto, we have this to say. My time will pass away. Your time will pass away. But the records of our deed will never pass away. Let your vote speak for a man that can work for you. For a man that can move Nievs to the next level of realization, to the next level of professionalization, to the next level of egalitarianization, to the next level of competency, to the next level of integrity, to the next level of dedication, to the next level of devotion. Thank you and God bless you.
Time up. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I will now call on the second vice president. Oh, I thought you started it, my past chairman. You are the person that campaigned first. And that's why I'm allowing this. So we won't see we are biased. You understand, sir? Thank you. So I'll call on the second vice president. Esther Sobia Anvala, Kule Alonge.
Thank you very much. Let me stand. Let me stand on the already established protocol. Noble colleagues, I'm standing before you. I've already announced that I will be contesting for the position of first vice president. I have been the second vice president for the last 2 years. And I don't need to bore you with my antecedents. I have served the institution. I have served on the board. And one thing that I always try to do is whenever I'm in a position, before leaving that position, I must be able to point to things that I've been able to do, not for myself, but for the institution. and for members. My focus remains the same. Members' welfare and capacity building. You see, so the thing that drive people like me, to come into contest is the continually diminishing relevance of our profession. Don't let us deceive ourselves. We are not students' unions. This is a professional body. What we do as an institution affects our welfare and our relevance. We are not really recognized in this country. We are losing relevance. Most of our traditional territories have been taken away. And let me tell you, there is a need for seriousness. And that is what I stand for. Give you an example. I've been second vice for the last 2 years. Apart from actually going through all my constitutional responsibilities, I think some others were added in the course of the year, like the youth, young essay surveyors and valuers, the women wing, academic forum, and so on. But let me tell you one thing. There's an opportunity I saw, and I still hope that we'll be able to tap that opportunity. The Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. Nievs has a seat there now. I fought for it. And brought the letter, collected the letter from the minister and gave to our president. And that made us to have that seat that past President Abonta is now representing us there. This is me. Even in the PPC, there is something that we have done that has never been done before. I'm sure you will have seen the exposure draft of the manual on compensation and acquisition. That is a major issue that has been rocking our institution. And for the first time, we have produced a manual that should be able to regulate our activities there. I don't have to bore you. Even the green book that we are all talking about today, it was a committee decision, a committee work. But as a leader, to get result, you must drive that committee. So it is not actually a child's play. Don't let us deceive ourselves. It is no longer about rhetoric. I will do this, I will do that. No. It is about actually focusing and getting the person that has the skill, that has the foresight, the capacity to do it. Nievs presidency, whether first vice, second vice, or even president, it's not a joke. If we continue to joke with it, we'll continually joking with our welfare. Look, I don't have to tell you this, but in the course of this campaign, there are materials that will be released. We will all see. But one thing I can guarantee you is that if you vote me in as your first vice president, you will get even better than what you are getting now. And you will have set the institution on that ascendancy. And we will get there. This is the best profession planet. And we must make it the best. Forget about sentiment. Let's go for it. Thank you very much. And one thing I want to say, one thing I want to give Lagos State branch credit for. In all elections that I've contested for national officers, none of my contestants have ever scored more votes in Lagos than myself. And I'm saying this with records. Even the one I lost in 2018, the records are there. None of my co-contestants scored more than I did. And last election, the same thing happened. So this election, I am confident you are with me. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much. My second vice president. Is SS of Yavalua Motola Amioje still online? Is she still there? Omotola Amioje, our incoming national treasurer. Because she's our own. She's one of us. Okay, Chibuke. So who's supporting, please? Estate Survey and Value Chibuke moved. So who's supporting? Estate Survey and Value Tiwa Adegbeji, a fellow of the institution. So, Estate Survey, we started with Estate Survey and Value Upong, a Christian. Then we'll call on Mutiu Oganetega Balogun to give us closing prayer.
Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
Thank you. Estate Survey and Value Mutiu. So, I will now call on celebrants of birthday celebrants for month of February to May. February to May. Please come forward to cut your birthday cake. Thank you all.